If you're new to Fortnite, or if you've been around for a while but are trying to get better, you've come to the right place. Today, I'm going to be teaching you from an absolute beginner level all the way up to a pro level how to piece control, the most important skill in Fortnite. To do this, I made a brand new creative map. It's called the How to Piece Control map. The code for that is on your screen right now and it's in the description. We're going to be going through all the drills in this map and timestamps are down below if you want to skip around. First off, let me explain what's in this map. First off to the right, you can play music while you're piece controlling, so that's nice. But there's a beginner tutorial section, which I recommend everybody who's new to the game go through this entirely. If you shoot the blocks on the wall, it'll start a tutorial to teach you all the basics. And in the beginner drill section, there's the same thing, tutorials on all the walls. But in this video, I'm going to be breaking down each of the drills and showing you what they should look like. Let's hop into the first beginner drill. In the beginner section, there's 8 different drills and we're going to go through them one by one. In each of these different drills, there's also a tutorial, but sometimes a visual representation helps more, which is what we're doing in this video. So this first drill is just a basic box. I'm gonna show you a few ways that you can run through this. First off, I would recommend kind of edit coursing towards the enemy, so trying to get like a sequence of builds into the piece control. So let me explain to you what I just did that's super important. Piece controlling from behind a right-hand peak. See how when I'm building in the enemy's box, he can't see me at all because of this cover. You can't really place the left wall while doing this, but it's still good to go for all of these builds behind cover, and then if you see the enemy running out the left, that's when you can step into this, kind of expose yourself and quickly go for that build. Or you can build a box over here to catch him off guard. But really what you should be doing in this drill is just practice boxing the opponent in a couple different ways. You can build up over the opponent, and kind of double, triple edit down and then shoot the enemy, or you can just choke like I did right there. But get some variety in, and yeah, always make sure you're resetting your builds after taking those shots. On to drill number 2. When the enemy's on a ramp, the first thing you always want to try to do is get a cone over the enemy. Why? Because the cone stops the enemy in its tracks. Once you get that cone over him, he can only go out the sides, and a lot of times you can set up a trap for him here, or you can get that wall and build around him, just like that. So when you're doing this drill, try to get the cone over the enemy, the wall in front, and the builds around. And of course, try to do it from behind cover so the enemy can't shoot you. Drill number 3 is piece controlling from above. And now the biggest thing to note here is when we're doing this double edit onto the enemy, I'm editing the right side. That way I can still have that peak set up. In all of these drills, we're trying to do it optimally where the enemy can't shoot us back. Once you get that right-hand peak, you can get these walls behind him and then walk into the peak and reset the floor. Something that pros do a lot is they'll get the double edit, confirm it, and then place a wall in front of them, edit a window in the wall, and get behind that cover, just like that. So in full speed, it looks like that. That can be better to do because sometimes, you know, you'll get this peak set up and you have to walk all the way over here to shoot him, which is really awkward, and he could low-key just run at you. So sometimes, you know, opening wide and then doing this can be a better option. Drill number 4. This one is also from above, but this time we're going to be using this wall as cover. So we get the double edit, builds around him, and we're using this as a peak. Or we're going to shoot the wall instead of the bot. Oh, good. You could also try to place ramps in the enemy's box and then edit the ramp just like that. With all these drills, try to do it in a variety of ways. That way you can get comfortable doing different types of piece control. Drill number 5. This one is from below. Now what I do for this drill is I just go straight into a Martaz peak where you edit this back tile of the floor and place a ramp and then jump through there. I always build a wall after taking the shot. That way, let's say the enemy's still over there. I'm gonna miss the shot here. The enemy's still over there. You can then edit up and piece control through that wall. Versus if you didn't place the wall, you know, and you missed the shot and you edit through, he might get that wall before you, which is why I always go for the wall after shooting. But another way you can go about this drill is double editing up, placing a wall, and then the builds around him from behind this window, just like in the first drill. And if double editing's a bit hard for you, you know, you could just do a single edit with a cone and then the wall. Lots of different ways you can do all these drills, but that's a few you can practice. Drill number 6. This one is one of my favorites. So basically, the idea is you're going to go for this high wall play on the enemy, then jump up on a ramp and try to box the enemy through a window. So it's going to look like this in full speed. You don't need to piece control through a window. Like, you could go up and jump up like this, it's a little bit easier to do it like that, because it can be kind of awkward hitting that little jump like this. Like, I mess up a lot while doing that. So drill number 7 is a side jump. What you want to do is place a cone through the floor, jump around, place a wall, and land on a floor. Once you get to this point, you just piece control the enemy. And once again, you know, I'm leaving that left wall open for the most part, and if I saw them running out the left, maybe I do a little edit like that, build the wall, and set up another window peak. You know what I mean? Like, I'll grab that wall if I see them going out there, or I'll just build this stuff. Drill number 8, the final one of the beginner drills. This one, I like to do a little edit course, double edit, claim this wall from above. You don't drop down. And then you make this edit, place a cone, back up while you confirm that edit, and step into the shot. The reason you back up is because if you just stand here and take that, like, he can shoot you. But if you back up, it's going to be harder for him to hit the shot. And it kind of turns into a peak, just like in the other drills. Boom. So that is all the beginner piece control drills. Now we're going to move on to the advanced drills. Now these ones get fun. Every single day when I get on, I just cycle all of these drills because it's a really good warm-up. But we're going to go through them one by one, starting with drill 1. Really, a lot of these drills is kind of just like an edit course into piece control. So this one, I just like to do an edit course and then box the enemy. The biggest thing you want to practice doing is getting this triple edit down. You can do a ramp there, or you could place a cone here, whichever you prefer. But once you get to this point here, you should drag cones on the enemy. Why do you drag cones? Because cones place farther than any other build in the game. Once you get those cones, you just piece control the rest. This is what it looks like in full speed with the cone drags. It's a really useful skill to get down. But yeah, you can practice that one from both sides, but we're gonna go on to drill number 2. This one is a high wall side jump. Once again, I just do a triple edit to start because a lot of these drills, you know, you're trying to warm up your edits or just improve them, so test yourself. Try to do as many edits as possible while you get towards the enemy. So the first way you can do this is just side jumping up like this, and you want to look straight up, place walls, and then look straight down and build this floor. But be careful not to build a floor too soon, or you'll place one above you as well. Once you get that, you just jump up on the ramp and piece control through the window. So I'm going to triple edit through, go out the side, jump up, and boom. If you want to get the cone above and below the enemy, you have to be standing all the way up against this wall. Like, if you're back here, you're not going to be able to get that bottom cone very easily. So you got to press up against the wall and step into that peak. The nice thing about these drills is you're not forced to do them one way. For example, for this one, you could go like this, flip the ramp and get up to the enemy like that, or you could do it with a cone flip, you know, where you go like this and you flip the cones up all the way up towards the enemy. But there's not just one way to do it, so try to get creative and practice different moves while going up to the enemy here. Drill number 3. This one is just a free build room. You can literally do whatever you want. Practice doing different retakes, edit courses, all the way up to the enemy, trying to warm up your edits and test out new moves. If you're kind of new to the game or still have retakes that you want to learn, you know, you could practice the sway retake while going up to the enemy and then finish it off with the side jump. So drill number 4 is one of the harder ones. This one is jumping off a cone, editing through, like, you could just edit through a cone and a wall while jumping up, or you could do a triple edit while jumping up, and then you just want to piece control the enemy behind the right hand peak. This is what it looks like full speed. Drill number 5 is just an edit course tunnel. You can go about this however you want. You can do the cone drag practice like we were doing earlier. You have to go up layers at points, but you can practice dragging cones all throughout the course. Another way you can go about it, I'll show you for the rest of these, is just doing ramp edits and like triple edits up, ramp edit, boom, ramps. Yeah, you can really go about this any way you want. I like to finish it off with a little Martaz peak. But yeah, drill number 6 is another one that warms up your edits. You want to try to triple edit all the way up and all the way down, and then do the optimal piece at the end. You can see how these would be a really good warm-up, trying to get all of these down perfectly, and you can cycle through all of them with the cycle option. So I just like to go through all of them and try to get through all of them without messing up any shots or edits. And that's when I know I am mega warmed up. So let's go on to drill number 7 here. This one is another high wall drill. Again, you don't have to do high walls. You can go about this any way you want. But this one, the wall is behind you. Instead of over here, it's going to be back here. I think it's good to get down the ability to place high walls in every direction. See how I placed that floor at the wrong time? That's like one of the hardest things to get down with high walls. You have to look straight down when placing that floor. But yeah, I think it's really good to try to get these directional high walls down. I put it in a couple videos before, and this is a great place to practice it. So the final drill, drill number 8, is just a collage of different piece control drills. We got the spot off to the side here. You can practice doing the cone drags. Of course, always do it from behind a right-hand peak. But yeah, there's so many different ways to go about this. We got the sentries below, where you can practice the different forms of setting up peaks from... Okay, I cannot hit this guy. Setting up peaks from above. You can practice this sidewall edit that we learned in the beginner section. And you just want to edit course the whole way through. This is just like a perfect way to end the warm-up. I hope this map and this video helps you out. I've been teaching myself how to make maps, and I got more on the way for you guys. But if you want to play some of the other ones that I've already made, you can head to the hub of the map and load into them straight from there. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.